This is Insights for Living, and today we are going to talk about the sins of the father. Some years ago, a study was conducted at Harvard University, and they found that 6 out of every 10 juvenile delinquents had fathers who drank excess. And many had mothers who did the same. Researchers also discovered that 3 out of 4 delinquents had parents who showed no interest in appropriate discipline. 4 out of 5 had parents who took no interest in their children's friends or amusements. And many wayward children came from broken homes, and few had religious training of any kind. The consequences of sins of the parents do affect the children. In 2 Samuel chapter 12 and verse 18 we read, "Then on the 7th day it came to pass that the child died. And the servants of David were afraid to tell him that the child was dead. For they said, Indeed, while the child was still alive, we spoke to him, and he would not heed our voice. How can we tell him that the child is dead? He may do some harm." The story here is David had illicit relationship with Bathsheba, and a child was born out of that relationship. As a punishment from God, the child died. David prayed, fasted, but it was of no use. His sin has affected his children. The same scenario played out in David's life as well. It is true that David suffered humiliation and shame, but he was not only the one to bear the consequences of his behavior. Sexual sin plagued his family. His son Amnon committed incest by force with his half-sister Tamar, and that's what we read in 2 Samuel 13 and verse 14. His another son Absalom sexually humbled his father's concubines in the sight of whole Israel. Just think of it. We read in 2 Samuel 16, 22 and 23. And even Solomon, David's son, who later became the king of Israel, in his latter years had his heart turned away because of the various wives he had married. He had 700 wives and 300 concubines. 1 Kings 11 and verse 3. Just think of it, 700 wives and 300 concubines of different nations. Why? Because his father, this sin affected him because of his father. It is apparent that David's sin found fertile soil in the lives of his children. Do the sins of parents affect the children? Yes, even to many generations. Even though our children must bear the responsibility for the sinful choices they make, our behavior as parents can strongly influence them in one direction or the other. When we justify sin in our lives, it is all easier for those who look at us as examples. They will also repeat the same. So if you are tempted to sin, remember that the consequences of your transgression will affect not only you, but your next generation, coming generations to follow. So ask yourself, is it really worth it? There is no such a sin as private sin. This is Insights for Living, and until next time, I hope you have been encouraged by the word for today. I am Pastor Shesar, and do let us know if you are being blessed by these short messages.